Welcome to Are We Old? The show featuring two comedians getting nostalgic and tackling life's toughest question, Are we old? Here's your hosts, Mike Fenoya and Charles McBee.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, old heads? Welcome to Are We Old, the podcast where we talk nostalgia. You know what we do. I'm your humble cul-de-sac Negro, Charles McBee.
And I'm Mike Fenoya, cul-de-sac white man. That always catches me off guard.
I know. I just like watching your face when I say it.
Yeah. They go, and I support that. What's up, dude?
What's happening, man? What's going on with you?
Oh, dude, it's nice to be here with you and all of our listeners. Been getting such great messages from everybody, and we've been posting some really fun stuff, both solo. Hey, follow Charles at Charles McBee. Your nostalgia stuff cracks me up. And,
thanks, bro.
And I'm like, I send you notes of like, yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing with me, like, and people think that there's some like I have some chart or some like, you know,
beautiful mind like
of
John
things
Nash
that I'm going to talk about. Yeah, from here. Thank you all for giving me that much credit of thinking that I'm that disciplined. I wake up, have some oatmeal, sit in front of my computer and go, all right, what do I remember today? Like,
and you know what? On that, let's talk just to show that it is spur of the moment off the top of the head, because I've been on a little bit of an oatmeal kick myself in the winter years. I like oatmeal. Do you go Quaker packets?
I do go Quaker packets.
Okay.
I do. Ever since I was a kid, it's just like, why do anything different?
It's like adult cereal. Like, you know, you get the apples and cinnamon or the maple brown sugar, dude. And you know, at the end of the box, when you got that variety pack, and then you got like one cinnamon and spice and one
banana.
Yeah, and it's just like, sure, let's try this wacky shit. And
Crazy.
It's just, yeah, your day is all out of whack.
I remember, old moment. I remember when they first dropped their peaches and cream.
Yes.
Thinking, well, there's no reason to go on living. I've peaked at life right now.
This is it. This was Truman Show. A light fell from the sky.
Like, what? I mean, I didn't even think oatmeal, because prior to that, I don't know what hot cereal household you were. I was a cream of wheat household. Every so often, my dad would make something called malto meal. I don't know if it's very good. It's like a cream of wheat, but a different brown sugary kind of flavor to it.
Okay.
But my dad used to make it every so often. It was really good.
Never heard of it.
We weren't a big oatmeal family. However, and grits every now and then. You know, grits was
I have
huge.
had grits, and they're fantastic.
Grits are huge. Very southern thing that we would do.
That's corn based, right?
Yeah, really good. And it's the famous scene from My Cousin Vinny, where they do whole thing on grits. That's hilarious.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But oatmeal was a instant oats. I mean, you're going off to school. You know, it's the winter time. Your mom warms you up. Boom, boom, boom. But when they dropped peaches and cream, I thought the world was coming to an end.
Yeah, no, totally. And I'm my mom would make me cream of wheat, and it was like when it got like quicksand consistency. Yeah. And you would just find raisins. The thing with cream of wheat, and you're unlocking them. I haven't thought about cream of wheat since before I had my driver's license, I think.
Yeah.
Cream of wheat was like a treasure hunt, because you would put raisins in it. You would put like brown sugar, whatever in it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you put in it, it sunk to the bottom, and you'd be getting that last scrapey spoonful at the bottom where your cup putting it all together. And then you get that one last scoop, and boom, there's a couple of raisins that stuck together. They joined up like
that's right.
Like the fisherman in The Perfect Storm. Like, we're going down with the ship, and you get a couple of them in, and that's what a dream bite that is. But I will say my favorite thing always is apples and cinnamon cream of wheat instant oatmeal packets.
Oatmeal packets.
In fact, I had one today. And
Me too.
when I'm feeling really like, I got a big day, I'll do 2 packets. I'm not gonna lie to our listeners.
2
Smack
packets.
them bitches, dude.
Smack them bad boys.
Packing it up like it's a skull mint. Just beep bop boop bop beep beep boop. That's it.
Boom.
You know what? And you put hot water in your bowl, 2 minutes in the microwave, pull it out, boiling hot, and you just pour it in there.
When you pour the packets in, you watch the dust.
That's the flavor dust.
The flavor dust.
Yes.
From the packet.
Yes, buddy.
Yeah, man.
See how easy, guys? But thank you for the follows, and you can follow me at Mike Fenoya. You can follow us at Are We Old Pod and at Are We Old. Go to patreon.com/Are We Old Podcast. Are We Old Podcast at gmail.com. And thanks for the note. I posted something about candy cigarettes, and people were like, "Yo, dude,
listen, let's do it. Candy cigarettes, bro. We're sitting there like 1960s ad executives.
Don Draper, dude.
Don Draper on the playground,
leaning against the monkey bars, like, man, this math test,
just puffing away, bro. And don't let
these things are gonna kill me. Putting it out,
and they even had the ingenuity to have like the sugar
mist
puff
so, dude,
that you could like puff out.
There were 3 different kinds that I remember, right? There were the candy cigars that were bubblegum cigars that were only for special occasions, when our friends had a baby.
Right.
Or when
got a promotion.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you got a Jordan rookie card? Like, let's smoke a bubblegum cigar. Like, we got to celebrate, and everyone would pass them out. And those I didn't love because I never understood cigars as a thing. I don't know. For me, even as an adult, like remember that whole like, it's a boy, let's smoke cigar. I don't.
Oh,
do you like
you
cigars?
Pass around cigars at the hospital.
I hate cigars. It's like, I'd rather give me an orange. Give me something delicious. Why do I have to have the taste of dry leaves in my mouth? That's gross.
So funny. Yeah, that is a thing that I used to see in like movies and stuff. Somebody, first of all, back then the father would be outside in the hallway,
and the doctor comes out of the delivery room smoking a cigarette. Like, God damn, that was a tough one.
Like
10 hours.
Banged your wife.
Yeah, I know. Really.
Like, whose kid is this, doc?
Name him after me. Flicks the cigarette. The nurse comes in, like, button up and like her little fucking thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cigars we didn't really do, but I will tell you. And I remember when I first got hooked. My dealer. Okay. 2 store, a store and a store on wheels. The original food truck, Joe's Ice Cream Truck. Shout out Joe's Ice Cream Truck. This ice cream truck was everywhere, dude. They followed me. I swear to God. And every kid I grew up with probably feels the same way. Every now and then the ice cream truck would just appear in your neighborhood, and it's like, why are you down this side road? You should be at the baseball field.
Bro, but you can hear them several miles away.
Oh my God, that song.
Oh my God, bro.
And I'd grab whatever change. I'd open up my parents' car door and literally just like belly flop onto the floor mats and just look for loose change. And I would grab it all up, gobble it up like hungry hippo. And I'd run to the ice cream truck and I'd just put it all on the.
You count it.
I go, here, just give me things. Just
give me
sugar.
Yeah.
You got an IV? Can I just fucking tie off? And I remember seeing Mustangs and Roundup cigarettes, right? And I go, my uncle smoked. And I go, what are those? Those candy cigarettes. I looked around. Give me a couple of those. Why don't you give me a carton? Yeah. And I got them. And dude, I walked around. I remember I was a smoker then. I like walked down the street like Clint freaking Eastwood, dude.
That's right.
I had it hanging out at a corner of my mouth. Like I just shot down at, World War I.
That's right.
Like I just got off a fighter jet. And I was hooked. I had to go on the patch. I had to go on the gum. I was hooked. And then, Charles, they had the ones that were wrapped in paper with the filter painted onto it. Lucky Lights. And when you would inhale, you'd go and exhale a mist of sugar. You literally were smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong here. When the stock on your Pogs went down and you'd be outside of the DJ Sports Cards. And the other place that was my dealer was a place called Sweet Licks. We had a candy store, dude, called Sweet Licks that you could get.
Licks. Great name.
Great name. And it was next to the Land of Oz, which was the adult toy store.
Hilarious.
Yeah, a little weird, huh? Right?
Hilarious. Talk about a gateway drug.
Literally, dude. Yeah, it was amazing. And so I would go in there to Sweet Licks with my allowance and just get like literally like walking sticks of pixie stick, like a 4-foot pixie stick.
Oh yeah.
That you just like Ricola horn a bunch of sugar down your face.
Bro. Those things I'm talking about, you talking about the fat bad boys.
Oh, the big one. The
you could club somebody over the head with them things.
It was a rain stick.
Oh, if you waved it around in the wind empty, you would hear that wong, wong, wong.
Yes. Love that stick. And that thing, I would eat one of those before I got home. And then just like, how come I can't sleep? Why am I on the ceiling?
To dump a bunch on my tongue and then just blow it out into the wind like a dragon. Just how much candy it was.
We were we were sugar rich. Like we were like Tony Montana, dude.
Bro, it was crazy.
It was
crazy. And then sometimes what we used to do, we would make little sugar packets, like little Kool-Aid or Pixie packets, and then lick our fingers and dump them in like little little sandwich baggies.
Yes.
We'll pour them in and dump
Dime
our
bags.
fingers in and
gum it. Yeah, that's basically cocaine, Charles.
Yep.
You're pretty much
a booger sugar,
a little boogie shuggy. So if you had $10. It's 1987.
$10 in 1987. What am I, Rockefeller?
Exactly. Exactly. Literally, $10. You bumped off it's after your birthday. Okay. You got $1 from 10 friends or 10 relatives. You go into Sweet Licks with $10.
All right.
Candy, as far as you could see, they had ice cream. They had name it. They and here's the thing. Oh my God, dude! Like serotonin's dribbling out of my ears right now. You walk into the store and you get hit with this cold smell of an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that Freon mixed with mint, mixed with, I don't know, ice cream, dairy, frozen dairy. And they have all the ice cream over here. And then they have all the, ring pops, blow pops, all that shit. And then they had jars. If you were a real, upper middle, if you were living in the echelon, and you would get a bag,
sommelier of candy,
and your scooper, and you'd like make your own.
Yeah, the scooper.
And you weigh a bag of like cinnamon Mike and Ike's and shit.
We had no concept of weight, and cost differentiation. We're like, pour more, get a shovel out the back.
I was like, why is this bag so small? Give me a fucking.
Yeah, scoop it in there.
I want a leaf bag.
God.
I want a leaf bag full of jawbreakers.
I'm surprised my mother didn't take all 5 of her knuckles and just clock me in the chin.
I mean, dude, probably would have been better for your teeth.
Or dumb.
That would have been better for your teeth over the long run if she just knocked them out.
Are you stupid or dumb?
So you walk in, $10.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the Pope of Chili Town, dude. You got you walk in like you're tipping people, bro.
All right. Yeah.
What are you going for?
Okay. Oh man, you really put a lot on me. All right. Right out the gate. And this is age range 8,
1980. 9. Let's say we're 10.
10. All right.
10, 11. We rode our bike there.
Okay. All right. I got you. 10, 11. Boom. Nerds.
Yeah.
Big ass box of Nerds. With the double
split down the middle.
Split down.
That's it.
Pink on one side, purple
green
on the other side.
Oh, pink and purple. Okay, so you like those. All right. I liked green and purple.
Yeah.
All right.
That was me. So box of Nerds right off the bat.
God, we're alike.
We already named the pixie sticks, either the fat ones or the small or the straws. Didn't matter to me. Sour Powers, the straws, the sour straws.
Oh, those ones that are made out of weird wax.
I don't know if they're made out of weird wax, but I
don't know if I know these. Talk me through these, because I know those waxy things that were like sour, but you eat them and it's like, what am I eating?
We might be talking about the same thing, but I wasn't I didn't consider them the waxy. My waxy things were like Twizzlers.
No,
or more waxy
I'm
to
thinking
me.
of an even waxier than Twizzlers. Okay, you know the fake teeth, the vampire teeth?
Yeah.
That type of waxy.
No.
Not those. Because they had those that, like, I hated those. Once I ate one and I was like, why am I eating this when I could be, that's like, oh, I can have filet, but instead I'm going to eat like dog shit.
No.
So, you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah,
They're filled with like a liquid.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
These are
never heard of Sour Power.
Sour Powers. Oh my God. So this is what was. So let me slow it down a bit so I can really describe.
We're excited right now,
and everybody that knows this. All right. You would similar to now I'm having a brain freeze. Mike might have to clip this out. What's the sour candies in the yellow
Sour
box?
Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids.
Yes.
Similar experience in the sense that you looked it up. You see it now. That if you hadn't had one in a little while or whatever, the first time you would chomp down on one, right there,
that's
baby.
The spot, dude.
Right there.
I've heard of your third eye. I think when you're a kid, it's there.
It's there.
I could feel it right now. What is that?
What is that?
Your body is like, yo.
It goes into shock. I don't know.
That's literally like a carbon monoxide detector in your face.
Your taste buds are like clear. What is happening? What is going on? Yeah, but we love those things. I still, if I see one, I might grab one. But they came in a little tray, and it was like a bunch of straws, and it was like you could get apples, strawberry, whatever. Like they had all the flavors. Those
Sour apple blow pops were my all-time favorite.
Blow pops, great. Gum lasted 4.3 seconds.
Oh, it turned into concrete. It would rip the cavities out that the candy put in.
But you had fun getting there.
Oh, so much fun.
Blow pops, bro. Oh, great.
Sour Power. I'm looking it up right now. For those that are listening in the car, don't Google. I'm going to explain it to you. It almost looks like a lanyard. It's like it's got like a ribbony type, like typewriter ribbon type look to it, and it is. You could just see the sugar. It looks like it's rolled in crack.
The sugar looked like crystals. It
looks like great weed. Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
insane.
All right, so that's your initial choices on. On that's like your store candy. Okay, your now let's go to the chocolate part of the store. Okay, your Reese's peanut butter cups, your Three Musketeers, your 100 Grands, your Almond Joys, because they had all that too.
Right.
Where are you going with those?
So
you got a couple bucks left. Remember, it's 1986.
1986. Yeah, I could buy a house.
You could buy the store.
I could buy this. Yeah, the store with this thing. I was a huge, and this might not be a popular opinion, but I was a huge Raisinets kid. I love Raisinets.
Love Raisinets.
And people, like, as I would get older, I would get Raisinets, and people would give me shit, and I'm just like, oh, Raisinets. Listen, they're around for a reason. All right.
Yes. They're delicious and nutritious.
Delicious and nutritious.
I help you poop. Raisins are fiber.
Big Raisinette kid. I love also, and I think they changed. Either I'm just too old, or they changed the recipe because it just doesn't taste the same to me. I was a huge Reese's Pieces kid. Like I could eat Reese's Pieces for breakfast, lunch, and dinner when I was a kid.
They were amazing. I haven't had them in. Man, I can't even remember the last time. But you know what my Raisinets, where people would look at me and go, you're too young to like this. York peppermint patties.
You are
in the freezer, dude. I would freeze them. And then I like frozen candy. I'm a massive fan of you put a Snickers in the freezer, forget about it, and then you go in and it looks like it was on an archaeological dig for the past. It's got dust on it, and it's like, oh my God, let me out of here.
Yeah.
And you open that thing up and it break your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Love a frozen Snickers bar. But yeah, York peppermint patty. I love Raisinets. I liked Reese's Pieces, Reese's peanut butter cup.
No, that's what I mean. Peanut butter cups.
Oh,
sorry.
Those are the best. Yeah.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
I can eat 10 of those right now and fucking die happy.
Yeah. I wasn't a big not the little hard candy, the peanut
Reese's
butter
Pieces,
cups.
like the ones that look like Skittles. How are
Yeah.
you with Skittles?
Purple Pack tropical wild berry.
You like wild berry Skittles?
When wild berry, similar to when peaches and cream oatmeal dropped, when wild berry Skittles dropped, because I was a OG Skittles kid growing up.
Love Skittles.
OG Skittles. But when they came out with because this is like junior high.
Mm-hmm.
And also junior high was when I first had access to a vending machine every single day.
At school.
Because we didn't have one in our elementary school.
Wow.
So junior high was the first time.
I'm trying to think. I don't think we had one.
Every day you had your own little mini candy store that you would just go to every single day. So I was not tropical, because tropical was the light blue. I wasn't that much of a fan, but the wild berry purple Skittles, forget about it, bro.
Wow,
forget
dude.
about it.
I was OG Skittles. I liked when you put. Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This will say a lot about your character. And I'm already guessing, based on what I know about how you were raised, what your answer is going to be.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to know what my answer is based on what you know about me. How did you eat Skittles? Did you eat Skittles maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 at a time? Or did you gun half the bag and chew it until it created like a grainy, delicious, like, did you eat Skittles in like 2 swigs? Or did you individually take 2 or 3 and slowly chew them and eat them like a human?
I got you. It was a little bit in the middle. So I wasn't like I wouldn't pop one like a sociopath, one at a time.
And suck on it and go, that was enjoyable. I think I'll do it again.
We got to get through the Great Depression. We got to really savor one at a time.
Your friend comes over and goes, Charles, you want to get? And you go, wait.
Yeah, almost dissolved. Okay. Yeah.
You were saying?
Right. But no, I wasn't chunking down the whole pack, but it would be like a handful at a time. Just like pour a little handful in.
How did I do it?
And rock out. Yeah, that's what I would do.
How did I eat Skittles, Charles?
I'm guessing you was like balls to the wall. No,
I would try to fit the whole bag.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, big league chew cheek.
Yeah.
Like sunflower seeds. When I do sunflower seeds, I would put the whole bag in my mouth and I would go like this. And because I was always afraid everything was going to be taken from me, so I would eat them as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I was very defensively eating candy. But OG Skittles, dude, when you would get all the mixtures of the tastes in one, like juicy pouch in your mouth, and you swallow a little bit at the back, and then you go and spit out a rainbow.
The 2 things traumatized me. At one time, I thought, just for shits and giggles, let me suck on a Skittle long enough that the color would dissolve off, and then look at it, and it was just like a white.
It had a skull and crossbones on it.
I was like, what is? Because in our stupid brains, we're like, yeah, it's fruit and juice and
what Homer Simpson say? Purple's a fruit.
Purple's a fruit.
Yeah.
Man, I remember one time I sucked all the daggone color off that thing and looked at this scientific B12 thing that was formed in some lab somewhere. I was like, oh my God, what the hell is that?
Oh, and what was the filling of Skittles? It was just delicious. It was like one evolution level down of it was like a turducken of sugar. Like there was the coating and then the casing and then the semi-gooey, kind of hard, grainy inside.
Oh my God.
Oh, I want Skittles right now.
Yeah, Skittles was,
Okay. And I don't want to, there's a fire, okay? And you have to save a case of Starburst or a case of Skittles. What are you saving?
What flavors? Original
OGs.
Skittles?
We're going OGs right now.
Oh, between OGs, I'm going Starburst.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm going Starburst.
Me too.
I remember, so one time I was driving, I was doing a gig, and I think it was me and Madison Malloy. I don't know if you ever knew Madison.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were driving back from a gig, and I remember she had Starburst. She had a pack of Starburst, and she was like, "Hey," and she was like offering me some Starburst. I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet, thank you." And she gave me a yellow Starburst, and I was like, "Madison, if you don't want to be my friend, just say you don't want to be." We laugh about that to this day. This was years ago,
dude. If you get offered a yellow Starburst or an orange Starburst,
or orange, yeah.
Orange is worse than yellow.
Yeah, just don't.
Orange is let's just be. Yeah, don't call me. I'll call you.
Yeah.
But if someone gives you pink or red,
we go together.
DTF, dude.
Yeah,
they want in.
Yeah, we go together.
Oh my god, I am. I like to pair things, so I would do like I'd open a thing of Starburst and I'd reorder them, and I would go like red, pink, yellow, orange, and like orange was always my least favorite.
Right.
And so I would do like 2 reds and a pink or 2 pinks and a red together and make different, like kind of hybrids, if you will. Indica sativa, a little bit of bit of both.
That's right.
Nerds with Big League Chew. I did a lot where I would put in some Big League Chew and then I'd pour Nerds and make my gum all crunchy. And I swallowed a couple of probably peach pit sized balls of gum and candy. And then even in my little kid brain, I was like, I don't think that my body's made to
I don't think this is
swallow
how
this
works.
Delicious glue. So I started to spit it out after a while. But yeah, dude, I would say what's interesting is yellow Starbursts were the worst. But if somebody gave you a yellow Now and Later banana, delicious. Did you like them?
Hated them.
I
don't even think I tried a yellow Now and Later. I'm not gonna lie. Any banana flavored candy, we used to go, "Who is this for?" It was you,
me.
We would be like, "Who
I was
is this
craving
for?"
love and nutrition, Charles. I wanted. You know what I got for a snack at home? Bread, butter, and sugar. Yeah. That was literally my household snack, was a piece of white bread with margarine and white granulated sugar on top. It was sugar. Okay. I had to get my vitamins somewhere. So I'd go to Sweet Licks and I'd get banana Now and Laters.
Banana, bro. We used to go, who the F wants banana? Why are they wasting good real estate in this package of Now and Laters or whatever candy with banana? But now we know.
I would say that as new candies started to come, like you said, like the berry, when they would go different.
Yeah.
Now there's how many different types of
forget about
Cheetos and whatever the hell. I always would kind of go, and this was when I became old, was when my favorite things made new flavors, and I'd go, what are these kids? Really? They need berry? Come on. And I'd see I'm 11 and there's a 9-year-old eating berry Skittles, and I'm like,
what's happening to the
I'm like, where's your tricycle, kid? Somebody put this kid in a car seat. This is ridiculous, And then while I got my candy smokes, and I'm like, look at this kid, I'm drinking it. I'm popping my 3rd Yoo-hoo of the day. I'm like, I'm not driving home. I want to ask you this: at Sweet Licks in the ice cream, we're talking about this, and it's bringing back a million billion memories. Okay, I want to ask you your thoughts on a type of ice cream that they had. That even as a kid, once in a blue moon, I would get it. My favorite ice cream was Butter Crunch. It had it was like an off vanilla, but it had Butter Crunch chips in it, which I don't know what that means, but it was almost like hard butterscotch or hard caramel that were like little chips of gold, and it was delicious. But sometimes they were out of that. I know it was a sad day for little Mike.
Yeah.
They had an ice cream that was vanilla ice cream with bubble gum balls.
Yes.
In it.
Give me
your thoughts. Give me your thoughts.
Well, I didn't get it all the time, but I remember it.
To me, that's like Chinese food and milk. What are we doing?
Yeah, I remember getting because I remember they had stuff like that. Well, also, I mean, whenever you would go to an ice cream truck, there was all sorts of ice creams you could pick that had a bubble gum ball in the bottom of it or something. There was always some bubble gum something infused in some ice cream somewhere.
Yes, there was always the bubble play was like a baseball glove with a baseball gum ball, or the bottom of the bazooka, or the whatever bomb pop.
Yeah.
But my question, those weren't milky dairy ice cream. That was some weird sherbety kind of shit, right? Where I could see it ends with a gumball, whoopee. This is a cone of ice cream, vanilla ice cream, with a whole bunch of gumball. It almost seemed
like how are you supposed to eat around this? How are you supposed to eat this?
You need to literally compartmentalize your mouth now.
Yeah.
Where you're stashing gumballs like a squirrel in your lower mandibular over here, and over here you're licking your ice cream. So you're enjoying the ice cream on this side, but on that side, you're I don't know, you're collecting rocks. It's weird.
That was never my bag. I never went for that. I would see it, but I never went for that. But that's an interesting take. How are we supposed to navigate that?
I don't understand. That's like, I don't know. To me, it's like two different meals in one.
Yeah.
I never understood.
Maybe it was like they were just like, you know what? I mean, they let the nephew like, hey, take over one day.
That was like a Make-A-Wish ice cream.
Yeah, just like, come on, like, come up with something. He's just like, I got an idea. It's just like, all right. And it just
it's like when The Simpsons, they had a nuts and gum was like a snack. It was just a tin of nuts and gum, like two things you wouldn't want at the same time.
Two things that don't go together at all.
Oh man, I think when I would look at those full glass barrels of candy that you would go and like scoop, and it was just this like no label hard candy that like your grandmother would have in a bowl near the door,
Yeah. Oh, Granny bowl candy.
Granny bowl candy.
Other genre. That's
and
like
then you would
scoop
genre. That into a thing. Now, I will tell you, this is how I know I'm old. You know what I order on Amazon now? First of all, shout out American Comedy Company in San Diego, California, IA. Great club. Backstage, they had a bucket, like a fish bowl of Dad's root beer barrels.
I remember those.
Got hooked. And now in my house, as we speak, as I live and breathe up those stairs, there's probably 3 pounds of Dad's root beer barrels. You can buy 2-pound bags on Amazon.
Look at you.
And they're the OGs, dude. And they are better than I remember them. And you know what that led to? This gateway. This is what happens with addiction.
Gateway drug.
I've probably got 4 bags of Werther's Originals up there right now, too.
Werther's Originals. Yeah, man.
I can't make it through a Werther's Original without biting. They are so delicious, and that soft, weird consistency that they have almost feels good cracking into, where I could suck on a root beer barrel like it's like it's a Zin or something. Like I just put it in and I'm like good to go.
Werther's Originals are such old people candy that the people who made it were like, let's lean into it.
Yeah, like they only advertise it like
the advertising was like, we're old and it's a feel good old candy. We know what it is. We're not trying to pretend to be anything else. That's it.
Well,
and
you know what? If you ever wonder what I want for my birthday, when we start doing live shows and they go back and listen to these episodes, bring Werther's and root beer barrels, and Uncle Mike will be very happy.
Werther's Originals.
What's your favorite old in the pocket hard candy? I know we have cough drops. You're a carry around cough drops guy, so let's not pretend you're young.
I do my cough drops. I love how you. I love how you. Hey, pour your trauma on me. Drag me into your old man sandbox.
Yeah, we all go down together.
My old people candy for me, the strawberry. They come. It literally looks like a strawberry,
and you unwrap it from the top.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got weird little braille on it almost.
Mm-hmm.
And on the inside is a delicious jelly. Yes, dude. Oh, I want one now. Do they have grandma? Can you just look up grandma candy on Amazon and they just send you a grandma with candy?
with candy.
Is grandma candy as good if it's not handed to you out of a sweaty purse?
Handed to you out of a sweaty purse, or just sitting in a tray all stuck together
right
on
near the door
table.
Right near the door. Near a crucifix. Probably 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Now, on the hard candy tip, Jolly Ranchers, love them, hate them, take them or leave them?
No, I love them. I loved them as a kid. I don't eat as much candy in general now, so I haven't had a proper Jolly Rancher in a really long time. I feel like a really long time. But I loved them as a kid. Oh God, yeah.
What was your favorite flavor?
Oh man, probably like either a sour apple or anything red. I don't know if it was strawberry or whatever, cherry maybe, something like that. But yeah,
I had a good strawberry. I'm with you. Sour apple was always my favorite.
yeah.
Sour apple anything is just so good. So good.
We were probably we had to be sour apples has to be our generation. I'm pretty sure I can remember when sour apple became. I don't know what candy it was first, but I remember being like sour apple, like it just being like a thing, and it was just like I got to do it.
Isn't it hilarious that it's neither sour nor
Or
apple?
apple.
It's literally like Professor Frank is in the lab. Like there's a guy with like equations and chemicals.
Yeah.
And he's looking and dripping, then poof, and he goes, sour apple.
Sour apple. Sure. Why
not?
Yeah, anything candy, anything edible sour apple. I didn't like anything liquid sour apple.
Oh my God, I don't even know if I've had that.
There was a couple things that tried it, and I was like, I don't want this. But like
No.
candy, oh yeah, gum, sour apple, bubble yum, Bubblicious. Oh my God, forget about it.
Oh my God, I just remembered. This is insane, dude. If you could see what's going on in my head right now. So, do you remember we had these like molds that you would put in the freezer and you would make your own popsicles out of these things? They were like deep pockets and they came with like a stick lid that you filled the molds with different juices, grape juice, apple juice, orange juice, and then you'd put the stick lid on it, put it in the freezer overnight, wake up to a delicious sweet treat in the morning. Do you remember these?
I remember making my own from scratch. I don't remember being like having a mold, because what we used to do is we used to use like ice trays, like regular ice trays.
These were like ice trays, but they were shaped like popsicles.
Yeah. No, I don't remember. We didn't have those though.
Buddy.
Great.
An apple juice Frozy Pop that we would make ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. It's like just sucking on apple ice.
Yeah.
Apple's the best taste, I think, maybe ever.
Popsicles. Can we talk about it?
Oh, are we breaking them in half and sharing with our friend?
Breaking them in half, and you had to be yeah.
Oh,
I snapped mine.
You had to twist and pull.
Yeah.
You had to wishbone it, because then you'd get one that was like a Tetris piece.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the other half's like this dumb broken dick. And
there you go.
Yeah, you give that to your little sister, you know? Totally. I think that when it came to like, and even to this day, during the pandemic, I got very regressive when it came to, I ate like a child. I went to the grocery store with 7 masks and I bought all the fluff. And I made peanut butter and fluff sandwiches. But I would also get tropical flavored ice pops. So if it was pineapple, if it was grapefruit, if it was any of those, like mango, you name it, the deliciously frozen tropical flavored pops. Oh man, all day every day.
Yeah,
all day every day. That was one of the best parts about getting a sore throat. Like if you had like
sore throat popsicle,
hammer down popsicles. And when my mom came back with grape, I was like, what what am I? Are you kidding me? Get this shit out of here.
Carol,
get out of here. You know I don't like grape. You want to know why? Because they would drip on my clothes. I was a sloppy kid.
You know, popsicles, it was more mystical to me than it was than we actually had it. The Disney popsicles. Because I would always see the commercials, and they would be in the shapes of the characters.
Yes. Oh my God.
But I never had them, but it was always like this mystical, like,
I had them.
I mean, I'm sure they tasted like not amazing, but they looked cool.
They looked cool, and I think they were more like the wanting was better than the getting kind of thing. Like you got it, and you're like, all right, I'm just sucking on Goofy's ear here. This is a little weird.
Yeah, maybe I did have it once and felt that way afterwards, but I remember being like, huh, this is it?
I liked just my straight up regular pop. My just like a normal on a stick or a double bomber where you broke it. Double bombers were great.
Push-ups,
popsicles,
ice cream in a
push-up pops.
In a daggone push-up pops. Ice cream in a toilet paper roll.
It was like a tampon, dude. What the fuck was that? An easy applicator at the bottom. You had to push it up. That was weird. Hey, how about those cheap as shit Hoodsie cups?
Hoodsie, which ones with the Hoodsie?
That was like, it looked like a yin yang, and it was like half chocolate, half vanilla, and it was a white cup with red dots on it that said Hoodsie. Anytime you had like a birthday party at
with the stick?
With the stick.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. There was Italian ice that came with the stick. Were you an Italian ice kid?
Probably.
Do they have that?
We got those on the corner. Like if somebody had them at a festival or something like that.
Okay.
We would get them. But no, at birthday parties, it'd be like the little cup, or like
we would have the stick.
With the stick. With the little stick.
You'd get like a boiled hot dog in one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible. I will tell you this. There are these Italian ices. I think it was called Marinas or Marinos or something like that. They were yellow. The cup that it came in was yellow.
Oh yeah.
And you peeled the lid back and you scraped. Okay, now I don't know if I unlocked some amazing secret, but if you dug at the corner of that and you flipped it over in the cup, there was this like, dude, it had like a layer of like icy, sludgy, like topping that you could just scrape off and just
that was built in. They like purposely.
No, it was like an accident. Like it was like happened. It all just settled down at the bottom, and then you flipped it over and you scraped it.
Yeah,
dude. Can I tell you when I realized that, because no one taught me that. I remember I was sitting at summer camp, Clintonville Elementary School. I'm sitting there eating I think it was grape. And I scraping, and I accidentally got underneath it and flipped it. And I was like, oh my God, what's under here?
What did I just discover?
Flipped it over, and it was like a puck that flipped over in the cup. And it had, dude, like a chippy, icy glaze of sugar on the bottom. And you just went like a Zamboni, and you just clean that shit right to the corner. And just a treat on a treat, a hat on a hat.
You're like Indiana Jones of ice cream.
I literally was. I was Indiana. I was discovering shit, and I put a flag in it. I said, we will now call this. But I will tell you that was a delicious snack right after and then wash it down with a nice cigarette.
There you go. Bring it on home.
May I tell you how my love of candy led to a interesting job in college. Now, I used to landscape, and the guy that I was working for let me go one summer, broke my heart, and I needed to get a job. I had to find a job, a college job. I wasn't moving home. I was staying up at school. And there was this place, Manchester Candy and Tobacco. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, candy store or candy warehouse, cigarette warehouse. Okay. Mm-hmm. Here's your job, right? The company gets orders. My job was to take a push cart with boxes and fill the orders. So I'd have to walk up and down these aisles. 10 cartons of Camel Lights, boom. 10 cartons of Newports, boom. 10 cartons of Winston's, bang. Box of Sour Patch Kids, boom. Like Nerds, Ring Pops, like you name it. So I'm walking through candy and cigarettes all day long. As a kid, dream job. If you told me, oh my God, you're in a warehouse of chocolate, I would picture myself sliding down, rings, peach rings, and jumping through hoops of, delicious sugar and chocolate. No, Charles, it should be in a prison. It should be like community service. No windows. Everyone's smoking inside. There's just one slow fan on the ceiling. There's a clock literally showing you how slow the day is going, and you would just walk these aisles, and you could hear the casters on the things going right, and you just filled the orders.
Yep.
And you went back and forth, and it was hell.
It's like going to Santa's workshop and finding out it's just an Amazon warehouse.
Literally, yeah. It's 100% true. Yeah, you go to Santa's warehouse and all you do is get splinters.
Oh, my God.
But literally, it was the worst job I think I've ever had. And the only day that was good was when, like, a shipment of some candy would, like, things got damaged, right? So a box would, like, crack open. So all of a sudden, everybody would just like, yeah, there's a box of Nutrageous over there if anybody wants to dive in. And like, you'd see just everybody like, just like zombie, like walk over to the Nutrageous. And if someone took 2, you're like, the fuck's wrong?
What the hell is the matter with this?
Come on. We live in a society here.
What are you, raised by wolves?
Yeah. Sharing means caring, you motherfucker. So, but there were days when they would literally go like, we have whole bags of candy for you guys to take home. And I would take it up to my college apartment, dude.
Yeah.
Now, I'm living with a bunch of hippies. I walk in, everyone's like literally like smoke's coming out of their mouth.
Yeah.
They're putting the bong away. And I come walking in like literally like the Easter bunny.
And they're just like, God
bag.
Bless you. You don't even have to chip in on rent this month, Mike.
I go, guys, there you go. And they went, oh, like sloth and Goonies, like their ears started moving and shit. And they just like lumber over and just hammer candy. And then they just like geek out and play Grand Theft Auto I could have literally like robbed them all blind. Like it was just feeding crack to crackheads.
Oh man.
But that was it. Like that was a summer of my life. I worked at the worst place in the world. And like it was candy and cigarettes.
You don't want to see Oz, man. You don't want to see it.
No, sometimes don't pull the curtain back. Just eat the candy.
Back, just eat the candy.
Eat that candy. We basically already did a full episode. I want to gripe at you. Can I do a real quick before we go? Can I give you like
Give it
Am I old?
You're in a safe space here.
All right. Folks, well, first of all, chime in. Let's hear about your favorite candies. Let's hear about your favorite ice creams, your ice cream truck. What did you get? Let's talk to us like we're talking to you. areweoldpodcast@gmail.com. We're dying to hear it. All right, Charles. Am I old, or are people just walking around with their heads in their phones so much that it gives me a fantasy in the airport where I want to like hockey check a businessman into like a bookshelf because I am turning the corner from one terminal and they're turning a corner from another terminal and they're looking down at literally like the busiest place on earth. Mm-hmm. And everyone's rushing, but that email is so important and that FaceTime to your dumb kid is so important that you have to do it in the middle lane of societal. We figured out this infrastructure on our own here, okay? Mm-hmm. There's not lanes, but you're walking kind of just drifting narcoleptically in between people, texting on your phone. If I'm coming around a corner, okay? Lately, what I've been doing is getting close enough that it's dangerous. And I go, look up. And I like yell under their hat.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, ah. And I try to get them to drop their phone. But I like am ready for deep eye contact. And I give them the like, you're disappointing me. Am I a piece of shit?
Piece of shit? No, I don't think so.
Whatever happened to looking where you're going?
Well, I know what happened to it. We know what happened to it. But no, I there's been times where I'll see someone coming my way. I don't care. It could be a 20-year-old girl, college girl, and she's like beelining it and just, I mean, straightforward. And I'm just like, this chick is gonna run right. And I'll do an NBA pivot. I'll just set a pivot and just like
you move.
No, I sit there and let her kind of either she's going to look up or she's going to slam right into me. Why do I have to move?
Exactly.
I know. I'm aware of my surroundings. And I'm always the dick when I do that. They react to me like, dude, get out of the way. And it's like, get out of the way? No.
Look up, dum-dum.
Yeah.
You're at LaGuardia. You're at JFK, Delta Terminal. You're going to this is how you're going to walk around with your head down, looking down like that, literally looking down like this. And there are beep, beep, like things zipping people, handicapped people to the thing. There's a guy mopping for some unforeseen, like, why now? And you're going to look down. I'm walking towards you. Dude, I swear, I feel like a linebacker in the Super Bowl. I feel like Mike Singletary. I want to line up, and I just want to put my head right into your clavicle.
I wish I could, if there's, I wish I could sometimes just snap my fingers and just for 10 minutes, just everyone's phones just stop working and just watch, just so I could watch their faces be like pop up into reality.
Yeah, and they're like this. They're like, oh my God, the sun? That thing still comes out?
What's going on? Yeah, man, it's bad. It's bad.
I had that the other day, and like a guy like, he was pissed at me because we both ended up at the same baggage claim. And once we got there, he was kind of like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like snap at you. But like he said to me something like, because I was trying to get to him, and he was like, I was trying to get around him to get to like a coffee, right? Like the plane landed. When I'm driving home from an early flight that lands, I try to like grab a coffee on my way to baggage claim. So I got a nice hot coffee to drive home with. Bang, I'm done. So I am trying to get to the Starbucks from our gate, and this dude's just standing literally like if you were standing in the middle of an intersection, like 34th and 7th, and you're just standing there. And he's just like this, both hands, jacket like this, his bags on his leg, and he's just like, he set up his life in the middle of everybody else's life. And he's just looking down. And I go, come on, dude. Like, and that's literally like what I just go, come on, dude. And you could tell he was in his own head already about it because he immediately sprung his head up. And he's like, just this email. And I'm like, I'm not your father. I'm like, just get out of the way, dude. Like, look where you are. And I probably gave it a little too much gas. I admit. A little react and regret. I almost thought asking him, because he was near the Starbucks, I was going to be like, you want a coffee? But then I'm like, no, that's my way. I'm like, I fuck up and then I angrily offer something. I'm like, you want a fucking coffee, you piece of shit? So, but he kind of gave me like a whatever, and I got mad, but I got my coffee, and we walked, and we ended up at the same baggage thing. And he's like, yo, you were right. I'm sorry. I'm just like, and I'm like, no, it's me too. But I don't understand why people just set up like right in the middle of everyone else's life, and just expect us to work around you.
Yeah, that's where kind of we are now, where everyone's already in their own societal bubble anyway. I mean, even when you look at like whether it's social, politics, whatever it is, everyone's in their own little bubble. Like social media has caused us to be kind of narcissistic anyway. We have to comment on everything. Our opinions mean everything. It's just like everything is us, and we stop and we've lost a sense of community.
Yeah. So
it used to be where we all were in community, and now we're not. We're literally just like it's all me. Me.
And it's weird when you're the one that's not for a sec, because I will tell you, immediately after yelling at someone about doing it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm also going, I got this. I'm a pro at this.
I'm a pro. I know how to.
I know.
I could do this blindfolded. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I could tell when someone's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get in anybody's way. No. I yell at people for texting when driving, and then I look down at my phone, and my wife's like, didn't you? And I'm like, up. I'm better at it than them.
Yeah.
Hey. You just look pretty.
Daddy's got this.
We love you all. RWeOldPodcast@gmail. At Charles McBee.
Hey, at Mike Fenoya.
We love you all. Stay young.
Stay young, my friends.
And look up from your phones every now and then.
Even when you're listening to our podcast.
Yes, listen with your ears. Watch when you're parked in traffic.